Hello my friends, it's Noemi from tuamigaenlacocina.com. Today's recipe is very special in our Mexican cuisine. It's the authentic Mexican meatball soup with chipotle. Chipotle albóndigas soup. Today I'm gonna show you step by step how to make this unique and delicious Mexican meatball soup with chipotle. First, I'm going to show you how to make these amazing meatballs stuffed with hard-boiled eggs. And then we are going to make an easy and delicious chipotle sauce. We allow to cook the meatball soup for about 45 minutes in a gentle boil and we enjoy. Now let's get started. Vámonos a la cocina. And to prepare our meatballs, we are going to need 1 pound of ground beef. Also, you can use ground pork and ground beef mixed together. We'll need half cup of raw white rice, 1 extra large or 2 small eggs, a cup of fresh mint, and salt and pepper to taste. And for a later step, we are going to need 3 hard-boiled eggs to stuff in the meatballs. So the first thing we want to do is to boil some eggs before we start making our meatballs. And my friends, I cooked my eggs starting with cold tap water for 25 minutes over medium heat. I removed the shells and cut them into pieces. Now grab the mint and give it a quick rinse. Take the stems off and we chop them a little. Now that we have all these ingredients ready, let's go ahead and make the Mexican style meatballs. First, in a large bowl, let's put the ground beef and add the raw egg, the raw white rice, the mint already chopped, and salt and pepper to taste. I added about a teaspoon of salt and 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper. Now let's mix all the ingredients together. Mix it, you can squeeze it, just give it a really good mix. It shouldn't take you more than a minute, but just make sure all the ingredients are well mixed. Now we're ready to make the stuffed meatballs. Just grab some beef mix from the bowl and try to make a medium-sized meatball. It's about 1/4 cup or it should weigh about 2 ounces. So now push the meatball flat on your hand. Put couple pieces of hard-boiled egg in the center, making sure you're using the white and yellow parts of the egg. Cover the egg completely and make a nice and round meatball. And we keep making the meatballs the same way until we finish the meat. Once we finish making all the meatballs, let's put them in the fridge until we're ready to cook with them. I was able to make 10 meatballs out of a pound of ground beef and all the ingredients together. Friends, don't forget to put the meatballs inside the fridge and let's continue making our delicious chipotle sauce. And the ingredients that we are going to need are 3 medium-sized chipotle peppers. And for those people who like the food a little bit spicier, you can add 6 to 9 chipotle peppers, 6 medium tomatoes, a white onion medium size, 5 cups of chicken broth. And for vegetables, we are going to need 2 medium-sized potatoes, 2 carrots. We are going to peel them and cut them into pieces. And also this time, I'm going to add some green beans. And now we're ready to make our delicious chipotle sauce. You can always chop your tomatoes and the onion just a little. In our blender cup, just add the 6 tomatoes and the onion, the 3 chipotle peppers, and 1 cup of chicken broth or water. Blend very well until we have a smooth consistency. Once the sauce is ready, let's put it aside for a moment and let's continue and saute some onions. Place a large pot on medium heat, add 2 tablespoons of frying oil, and let's go ahead and fry a few slices of white onions for about 3 to 5 minutes until they turn golden brown. In Mexico, it's very common to stir fry some white onions as a first step for a lot of our recipes. When we make soups or other dishes that contains a lot of liquid, it releases its flavor into the hot oil to make the soup taste better. You can always remove them before you serve it to your family. Now that we have the onions nice and brown, we are ready to put the chipotle sauce from the blender and cook them together with the onions in the same pot. This time we are going to add 4 cups of chicken broth, but depending how much broth you want for your albóndiga soup, you can add between 4 to 6 cups of water or chicken broth. This is a good time to add more salt if that's what you want. And we are going to add our vegetables, the potatoes, the carrots, and the green beans. And for extra flavor, add some more fresh mint. Put the lid on and let it come up to a nice boil. It will take about 10 to 15 minutes depending how cold your vegetables and your chicken broth are. I do want to point out that this step is very important because we always want to add the meatballs in the chipotle broth when it's boiling. This way the meatballs get sealed quickly and it will prevent them from falling apart. As you can see here, once the tomato broth comes to a boil, the next step is to add our meatballs. Drop them gently one by one, and you can use a spoon to put them inside the sauce if it's more comfortable for you. Give it a quick mix and make sure the meatballs are submerged into the sauce. Now put the lid on and let's set the stove on medium-low heat and allow the meatball soup to cook in a steady simmer for about 30 minutes. And my friends, we always want to double check the heat and making sure that the albóndiga soup is cooking in a gentle boil. It has been 30 minutes and the albóndiga soup looks amazing. You can stir a little, then put the lid on and allow them to cook for another 15 to 20 minutes. And now, my friends, it has been about 20 more minutes, and this authentic Mexican meatball soup with chipotle is ready. Now, turn the stove off and let the albóndiga soup cool down for about 10 minutes before you serve it to your family. I enjoy eating the onions and the extra fresh mint that we put inside the broth for extra flavor, but if you don't really like them, you can remove them from the soup before you serve it to your family. Now the best part, try our albóndigas soup. Let's try it. Every time it's the same delicious. It's fabulous. You're gonna love it. And my friends, this is how we make this authentic Mexican meatball soup at home. Stuffed with hard-boiled eggs, mint, and in a delicious chipotle sauce. I hope you enjoy your caldo de albóndigas as much as we do at home. Thank you so much for watching my video, and I will see you soon in my next video.